you were able to get out there and you were able to put on uh, a show and wrestle so many different guys. You had mentioned Mick Foley. What was it like working with him?
That was great. I knew him from 1990 in the Tri-State Wrestling Alliance, TWA, promoted by Joel Goodhart, I mentioned earlier. He would come work for that promotion for Joel. So I got to know him then. And then years down the line, I was on a bunch of shows with him then. And then I got finally to work with him when he was doing the Mankind gimmick. There was a period in the 90s where WWE would let their talents go out and work on the independents. So because of that, I got to work. They let their guys go work for reputable promoters. They're not going to send them to somewhere where it might be stupid or they might get hurt. So I got to work with a lot of WWE names and other big names. I was so fortunate because of that. Guys they need to keep their stars busy. So hey, go work some independent dates. I got to work with a lot of guys like that. So that was pretty cool.
Who were your favorites to work against?
Ooh, probably the biggest legend that I worked with the most is probably Jimmy Snuka, I worked with him over a period of 11 years probably, at shows just all over the place. We just would hook up. We worked really well together, and he was so incredibly smooth in the ring. And just despite all the controversy here nowadays, to a lot of us, he was like a kind older brother or a kind uncle kind of figure. Um, but when I got to work with him, a lot of these guys, he had come right out of WWE. Like this was her like 92 probably, and I was just a young kid, so I got to develop, and work with him so many times, and it was just so cool. Him and a lot of independent names that were great. Geez, there's so many. Ivar from the Raiders was excellent. There's so many. I know I'm leaving a ton of people out, but I apologize to anybody that I'm not mentioning. Um, there's been so many. I forget.
Well, yeah, I mean, it seems like you worked against so many different names over the years and had such
Yeah.
an incredible career. You had a